Hello friends. Welcome to Anime Zone Sensei. In this video I will show you top 10 romance anime where main character fall in love. I hope you enjoy this video and also please subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Let's start the video. Number 10. Rent-a-Girlfriend Season 2, Kazuya Kinoshita is a 20-year-old college student who has a wonderful girlfriend, the bright and sunny Mami Nanami. But suddenly, he doesn't. Without warning, Mami breaks up with him, leaving him utterly heartbroken and lonely. Seeking to soothe the pain, he hires a rental girlfriend through an online app. His partner is Chizuru Mizuhara, who through her unparalleled beauty and cute demeanor, manages to gain Kazuya's affection, but after reading similar experiences other customers had had with Chizuru. Kazuya believes her warm smile and caring personality were all just an act to toy with his heart, and he rates her poorly. Aggravated, Chizuru lambastes him for his shameless hypocrisy, revealing her true pert and hot-tempered self. This one-sided exchange is cut short, however, when Kazuya finds out that his grandmother has collapsed. They dash toward the hospital and find Kazuya's grandmother already in good condition. Baffled by Chizuru's presence, she asks who this girl might be. On impulse, Kazuya promptly declares that they are lovers, forcing Chizuru to play the part. But with Kazuya still hung up on his previous relationship with Mami, how long can this difficult client and reluctant rental girlfriend keep up their act? Number 9. Date A Live 4, despite the numerous challenges he has overcome so far, Shido Itsuka's mission with Ratatoskr is far from over. In a departure from his daily routine, Shido encounters a starving woman lying on the street and ends up helping her. After the two arrive at her apartment, the woman introduces herself as Nia Hanju, a popular manga artist working under a pen name. However, cutting straight to the chase, Nia reveals that she is also a spirit and is aware of Shido's secret operation. Interested in seeing his charisma firsthand, Nia challenges Shido to win her over on a date. As he strives for an opportunity to seal her powers, Shido learns more about Nia and her history with Deus Ex Machina Industries, a name he is all too familiar with. Number 8. Dance Dance Danseur. Junpei Mureo's love affair with ballet began at a young age during his sister's ballet recital, when a male ballet dancer roused his interest with a gripping performance. But for Junpei, nothing could be worse than his peers finding out about his secret passion for ballet and perceiving him as effeminate. That is why he is in the soccer club, trains Jeet Kune-do, and is intent on following in his father's footsteps of becoming a stunt coordinator, all very manly activities. When Junpei's classmate Miyako Godai spots him demonstrating an impressive kick that combines skills from ballet and Jeet Kune-do to his friends, she suddenly recruits him to join her mother's ballet studio. He resists at first, and although he has abandoned his dreams of formally pursuing ballet, nothing quite captures the euphoria that ballet elicits. After suppressing his desire to pursue ballet for so long, it is not so easy to shake off his hesitation and break free of the shackles of masculinity. Junpei has to be willing to make certain sacrifices and fully commit to ballet, all while risking losing some friends. Number 7. Call of the Night. Koyamori seems like a typical middle school student on the surface. Relatively good at studies and amiable with his classmates, he puts a lot of effort into maintaining this facade. One day, however, he decides to stop pretending and quit school, developing insomnia as a result of having no daytime outlet for his energy. When taking walks alone at night, he feels marginally better, though he is aware that his inability to sleep should be considered a serious problem. On one such walk, Ko meets a weird girl, Nazuna Nanakusa, who diagnoses the cause of his sleeplessness. Despite making changes in his life, he is still holding himself back from experiencing true freedom. She says that he won't be able to sleep unless he is satisfied with how he spends his waking hours. When it appears that she has resolved his current worries, Nazuna invites him back to her apartment to share her futon. After a while, unaware that he is only feigning unconsciousness, she leans over him and bites his neck. Number 6. Go-toubun no Hanayome. Futaro Yusuji is an ace high school student, but leads an otherwise tough life. His standoffish personality and reclusive nature have left him friendless, and his father is debt-ridden, forcing his family to scrape by. One day during his lunch break, Yusuji argues with a female transfer student who has claimed his seat, leading both of them to dislike each other. That same day, he is presented with a golden opportunity to clear his family's debt, a private tutoring gig for a wealthy family's daughter, with a wage of 5 times the market price. He accepts the proposal, but is horrified to discover that the client, Itsuki Nakano, is the girl he confronted earlier. After unsuccessfully trying to get back on Itsuki's good side, Yusuji finds out that his problems don't end there. Itsuki is actually a quintuplet, so in addition to her, he must also tutor her sisters, Miku, Yatsuba, Nino, and Ichika, who, despite the very real threat of flunking, want nothing to do with a tutor. However, his family's livelihood is on the line, so Yusuji pushes on, adamant in his resolve to rid the sisters of their detest for studying and successfully lead them to graduation. Number 5. Komi Can't Communicate Part 2. Haidohido Tadano is an ordinary boy who heads into his first day of high school with a clear plan, to avoid trouble and do his best to blend in with others. Unfortunately, he fails right away when he takes the seat beside the school's Madonna, Shuko Komi. His peers now recognize him as someone to eliminate for a chance to sit next to the most beautiful girl in class. Gorgeous and graceful with long, dark hair, Komi is universally adored and immensely popular despite her mysterious persona. However, unbeknownst to everyone, she has crippling anxiety and a communication disorder which prevents her from wholeheartedly socializing with her classmates. When left alone in the classroom, a chain of events forces Komi to interact with Tadano through writing on the blackboard, as if in a one-way conversation. Being the first person to realize she cannot communicate properly, Tadano picks up the chalk and begins to write as well. He eventually discovers that Komi's goal is to make 100 friends during her time in high school. To this end, he decides to lend her a helping hand, thus also becoming her first ever friend. Number 4. My dress-up darling. High school student Wakana Goju spends his days perfecting the art of making Hina dolls, hoping to eventually reach his grandfather's level of expertise. While his fellow teenagers busy themselves with pop culture, Goju finds bliss in sewing clothes for his dolls. Nonetheless, he goes to great lengths to keep his unique hobby a secret, as he believes that he would be ridiculed were it revealed. Enter Marin Kitagawa, an extraordinarily pretty girl whose confidence and poise are in stark contrast to Goju's meekness. It would defy common sense for the friendless Goju to mix with the likes of Kitagawa, who is always surrounded by her peers. However, the unimaginable happens when Kitagawa discovers Goju's prowess with a sewing machine and brightly confesses to him about her own hobby, cosplay. Because her sewing skills are pitiable, she decides to enlist his help. As Goju and Kitagawa work together on one cosplay outfit after another, they cannot help but grow close, even though their lives are worlds apart. Number 3. Teasing Master Takagi-san Season 3. As summer break comes to an end, Nishikata is stoked to try out his newest pranks and finally outdo his classmate Takagi once and for all. Despite his losing streak, he is slowly getting to know the unrelenting workings of her crafty mind. However, he soon realizes that Takagi's motivations behind her teasing may not be what he initially assumed. One thing is certain, though, each fun-filled day of strategizing and competing brings the two closer than ever. Number 2. Fruits Basket Prelude. Toru Honda has always been fascinated by the story of the Chinese zodiac that her beloved mother told her as a child. However, a sudden family tragedy changes her life, and subsequent circumstances leave her all alone. Toru is now forced to live in a tent, but little does she know that her temporary home resides on the private property of the esteemed Soma family. Stumbling upon their home one day, she encounters Shigeru, an older Soma cousin, and Yuki, the prince of her school. Toru explains that she lives nearby, but the Somas eventually discover her well-kept secret of being homeless when they see her walking back to her tent one night. Things start to look up for Toru as they kindly offer to take her in after hearing about her situation. But soon after, she is caught up in a fight between Yuki and his hot-tempered cousin, Kyo. While trying to stop them, she learns that the Soma family has a well-kept secret of their own. Whenever they are hugged by a member of the opposite sex, they transform into the animals of the Chinese zodiac. With this new revelation, Toru will find that living with the Somas is an unexpected adventure filled with laughter and romance. Number 1. Kaguya-sama, Love is War, Ultra Romantic. The elite members of Shuchian Academy's student council continue their competitive day-to-day antics. Council President Miyuki Shirogane clashes daily against Vice President Kaguya Shinomiya, each fighting tooth and nail to trick the other into confessing their romantic love. Kaguya struggles within the strict confines of her wealthy, uptight family, rebelling against her cold default demeanor as she warms to Shirogane and the rest of her friends. Meanwhile, Council Treasurer Yu Ishigami suffers under the weight of his hopeless crush on Tsubame Koyasu, a popular upperclassman who helps to instill a new confidence in him. Miko Aino, the newest student council member, grows closer to the rule-breaking Ishigami while striving to overcome her own authoritarian moral code. As love further blooms at Shuchian Academy, the student council officers drag their outsider friends into increasingly comedic conflicts.